Hello again, everybody. Welcome back to the Columbus School of Chinese here in Columbus, Ohio. My name is Donald Newman, and this is our series, Ask a Chinese Teacher. Today, we'll be focusing on another commonly mispronounced pair of syllables. That being the difference between zhao and jiao. And if you haven't noticed already, this is also the difference between those two pesky categories of initials that sound really close to our ear as a native English speaker. But before we get into that, if you're enjoying these videos, please make sure you share them with whoever else might find them useful. And if you're interested in learning more about the Columbus School of Chinese, please follow us on Facebook and visit us at thecolumbusSchoolofChinese.com, where we'll have class information either for classes here in Columbus or online, no matter where you are. Alright, so the big hang-up, as I just mentioned, with these two syllables is that in our handy consonant chart here, or the opinion initials chart, these two categories of initials, this line here with zhi, chi, shi, zhi, and the line right above it with ji, qi, xi, these pairs sound really similar to our ear as native English speakers. They both either sound like J's, CH sounds, or SH sounds. So that's the big thing that you need to pay attention to with this pair here. The one with ZH is a retroflex consonant. The one with a J is an alveolo-palatal consonant, right? And this kind of gets into some rules between the two categories. Which ones can take what vowels directly after it? And we'll go through that a little bit in a second. So again, as a retroflex consonant, this ZH sound, it kind of sounds like a J to us as English speakers, but it's a J with the tip of your tongue pointed up and making some contact with your hard palate. That's right here. So if I were to talk with my tongue up here as much as possible, this is what I would sound like. So if you sound like this, your tongue is in the right spot, okay? So zhi, ao, zhi, ao, zhao, zhao, right? Actually, the tone doesn't matter too much. I chose fourth tone for both of these today, but you can kind of disregard that. No matter what tone you're working with, the same rules apply. Compare that with our alveolo-palatal consonant, ji, 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 ji. So the tip of your tongue is not up here anymore. It is kind of down behind your bottom teeth. And what's making some contact initially with your hard palate is the blade of your tongue. Not the tip, the blade, right here. That's what's making some initial contact when you start making this consonant. Ji, ji, it kind of moves down a little bit to let some air flow through as you produce it, right? Jiao, jiao, jiao. So there you go. The consonants are different. Your tongue and your mouth is doing different things. It's in different positions for both of those consonants. Hopefully you're starting to hear the difference. If you aren't, immediately give yourself some time. It takes some practice to kind of train your ear to do so. Okay, so the next big difference that you probably are noticing yourself is that the vowel slide is different that comes after these consonants, right? For the zhao, we have a slide through two different vowels, a, wo, ao, zhi, ao, zhao. For the jiao, we have a slide through three vowels, ji, a, wo, jiao, jiao. If you have some experience with Mandarin already, you might have noticed that a J is very frequently directly followed by an I. As a matter of fact, this category of consonants, the alveolo-palatal consonants, J, Q, and X, can only have an I directly following it or that U directly following it. Even though lots of words start with this category of consonants, there are only two vowel sounds that can directly come after it, an I or an U. Now there might be some other things blended after that, but initially, whenever you see a J, an X, or a Q, know that it's either going to be directly followed by an E sound or directly followed by that U sound, that U with the two dots, U. That's the only possible vowel sounds that can come directly following a J, a Q, or an X. With our ZH, these retroflex consonants, there is a lot more variety of vowel sounds that can come directly after it. ZHI, and I kind of acts differently after the retroflex. It's kind of like a So we have zh, ch, sh, r for that I sound. But also an A, zha. Also an E, zhe. A U, that U without the two dots, zhu, right? All right, so before we go, let's do these two back to back. We'll start with zhao. Right? Zhi, ao, zhao, zhao. Ji, ao, jiao, jiao. All right, so that's all we have for today's tricky pronunciation pair. Hopefully that was helpful for you. If you did find it helpful, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'll be uploading another one of these Ask a Chinese Teacher videos every week. And again, if you're interested in learning more about us here at the Columbus School of Chinese, we are the experts for teaching Americans Mandarin Chinese. Please check us out at columbusSchoolofChinese.com and on Facebook.